Hello and welcome to the November 3rd, 2024 episode of Nick's News. I am your host, Nick, brought to you by Some Budget Studios. That's right, there's finally some budget for this pet project of mine. We're on every Sunday, and I thank you all so much for tuning in live or catching the replay. That's right, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. We are finally simulcasting. Hooray! This is a program dedicated to bringing good news to counter all of the bad news that we are bombarded with on a daily basis, with the hope of bringing a bit of joy back into the world. Some of our articles are pulled from sites like goodnewsnetwork.org and goodgoodgood.co, but we do appreciate all the articles sent in by you, the viewers. So, we are back on our regularly scheduled Sundays, and hopefully, so long as my voice decides not to leave me again, we will continue to do so. That's pretty much what happened last Sunday. I had no voice. I was hacking up my lungs. Seasonal allergies are the worst, and there's absolutely nothing I can do to fix it. I have been trying different things throughout the years. Nothing has touched it, so it's kind of just like the first week of fall heading into the colder end. I just kind of have to put up with it. So now we're back, and I promise, so long as I don't get sick, we'll be back. So, hello Cassidy, hello Julie, hello Ed, tuning in on the Facebook stream. That's right, we are simulcasting. It's fantastic. Yeah, let's get into our news brew, because I'm happy for this one. If you check out the Instagram, the Nick's News Instagram, I do sneak peeks every week of what our news brew is going to be, and I decided to hold this one over. So our news brew this week is going to be, let me get that to zoom in, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Imperial Milk Stout. This is a 12% ABV Imperial Milk Stout made by Lexington Brewing and Distilleries Company. I have never been steered wrong by the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel brand of beers. It's a whole line of different ones, and I am so looking forward to this. So, let's grab the BAAAH bottle opener. And then we'll put it away. And it is an Imperial Stout, so what do we drink Imperial Stouts out of most of the time on this? My limited edition Harpoon Snifter, because I am pretentious. So, we will get into the theatrics of a 5-minute pour. Little thinner. It's not pouring like motor oil, and it's not black as night. It's a blackish brown with brown head. We want every drop out of there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, very bourbon, very oak nose on it. So I am looking forward to that. Ed in the chat, Facebook, Bourbon Barrel brand of beers, very pleasant phonetics. Ed is renowned in several groups for his musical talents, for his lyrical talents, for just the way that he manipulates words and sounds. So I'm glad you enjoy that one, Ed. Julie saying, it's not pumpkin. Of course not, Julie. We did that episode. I will not drink another pumpkin beer for the rest of the year. Let's get into our shout-outs. So, first and foremost, tonight we have a shout-out for Steve, that sweet and nutty guy. Steve says, I really focus on making great treats for everyone, whether it's full sugar to no sugar added options. I just want people to be able to enjoy food with simplicity. If you are in the Kentwood, Michigan area and are looking for amazing treats and candied nuts, you can get in contact with him through his Facebook page or email, both of which are available in the description for this video. So, to the sweet and nutty guy, love you. Woohoo! That's solid. Next one is going to be a happy birthday to my brother, Erik. who is celebrating tomorrow on the 4th. Yeah, because today is the 3rd, so tomorrow's the 4th. So Erik's birthday is on the 4th. Erik, there are not words to describe how happy I am to be a part of your world, brother. I love you. Cheers. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. Another happy birthday to my brother Chris, who is celebrating on the 5th. Chris, you never cease to amaze me. The world is better with you teaching in it, and I don't know anyone with more love and compassion than you. So to my brother Chris, cheers. And this last one is a little bit more somber. It's a heavenly birthday to my friend Merrick Schlukebir, whose birthday would also be on the 5th of November. Merrick, I cannot change the fact that you are gone. I can only say that you impacted a lot of lives, and you will continue to do so until the end of time, and I miss you. And I love you, man. Cheers. Okay. News quote. This is a really good one. It's simple, it's sweet. The best and most beautiful things in this world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. And that comes from Helen Keller, who was an American author, a disability rights advocate, and a political activist and lecturer. Many of us know Helen Keller as the individual who overcame blindness and deafness, and in the face of adversity, went on to great things in being able to teach in her own right. And that right there says a lot, because when the only thing you can do is kind of feel the world around you, and that's your only way to interpret it, even saying that that's not enough sometimes is huge. So the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. So to Helen Keller, cheers. I don't think I ever thought I'd say that in my life. Bug update. Bugs, 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 and more bugs. They're all doing very well, be it the malicious Madeline Pryor, who is the elusive Elmira Hug and Kiss, or the remarkable Ripley. Everyone is moving about just fine. I actually can hear two of them walking around behind me, one of which is Elmira. The other is the new challenger. And you can just barely see their tank. Right here, right at the edge of the video, is a new tank. Now, that tank's going to get replaced next week. I'm going to rehouse that new bug, because I have another new bug. That bug is going to have a sneak peek for itself on the Knicks News Instagram this week. So if you're not there, I advise following the Knicks News Instagram for sneak peeks and behind-the-scenes stuff. There will be a sneak peek of that new bug, which will debut officially on the 11/11, the November 11th, Knicks Flora and Fauna post on the main Facebook page. So check that out. Keep an eye out to meet the new bug. He hates me. He is the most despicable thing I've ever owned. And he's beautiful. So, get ready for that. All right, let's get into our good news. Our broadcast is broken up into 4 categories, and those categories are science and technology, health and medicine, flora and fauna, aka plants and animals, and wholesome notes, the really nice articles that we like to end on. We are going to start off in category 1, science and technology, and I'm going to start it off. I called this one, I'm a Huck a Satellite. And this one was sent in by Cassidy. Thank you so much, Cassidy. I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. This article's bonkers. Giant catapult defies gravity by launching satellites into orbit without the need of rocket fuel. This article comes from The Brighter Side. It was posted on, or was updated on October 21st of 2024 by Joseph Shavit. So, here we go. A California-based company, Spin Launch, is capturing attention with its innovative satellite launch system, especially from enthusiasts in the pumpkin chunkin community. Now, if you're not familiar with what that is, pumpkin chunkin is when you put a pumpkin in an air cannon and you fire it for a couple miles, like it's the railroad guns of World War II. It is absolute insanity, and this ramps it up to 11. This technology aims to revolutionize the way satellites are sent into space, using a giant rotating arm to fling satellites into low Earth orbit. That's right, this thing is a Beyblade that's launching satellites. Remarkably, this process eliminates the need for rocket fuel, relying solely on electricity. Spin Launch has already conducted multiple successful tests with this technology. This is not a rocket, and clearly our ability to perform in just 11 months this many tests and have them all function as planned really is a testament to the nature of our technology, said Jonathan Yaney, founder and CEO of Spin Launch, in a 2022 Space.com report after their 10th successful launch. The company plans to launch constellations of satellites into orbit below 600 miles by 2026. Satellites are crucial for monitoring Earth's health, detecting issues like methane leaks, and conducting various other types of research. Therefore, a cleaner, more efficient method for placing them in orbit is significant for scientific advancements. The concept behind Spin Launch's technology isn't entirely new. Kinetic energy has been harnessed for centuries through devices like trebuchets and siege machines used in medieval warfare to hurl heavy objects over long distances. It's basically a trebuchet. It's a rotating trebuchet for satellites. This is bonkers. Modern-day pumpkin chunkin contests, which involve launching pumpkins using similar mechanics, not really, showcase kinetic and potential energy in action. Spin Launch's system might leave some of these enthusiasts wondering how many pumpkins they could send into space with such a machine. The company's groundbreaking innovation is made possible by modern materials and miniaturized electronics. High-strength carbon fiber and compact electronic systems are crucial to the technology's success. Modern electronics, materials, and simulation tools allow for satellites to be adapted to the kinetic launch environment with relative ease, Spin Launch explains on its website. This technology must withstand extreme conditions, including the vacuum of space and rapid acceleration. A video from one of Spin Launch's test launches in New Mexico shows the excitement and precision involved. Engineers monitor screens, and the launch scene resembles that of a NASA mission control room. When the satellite exits the launch barrel, it happens so quickly, it's easy to miss if you blink. Founded in 2014, Spin Launch has secured significant funding and has collaborated with major organizations like NASA, Airbus, and Cornell University, using their equipment in various tests. The technology has successfully withstood forces up to 10,000 Gs, equivalent to 10,000 times Earth's gravitational pull, demonstrating its robustness. If Spin Launch's technology proves reliable and scalable, it could dramatically reduce the fuel required for satellite launches. For comparison, SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket uses over 900,000 pounds of propellant for each launch as of 2016. Although fuel efficiency might have improved since then, the sheer volume of fuel required for traditional launches remains substantial. The environmental impact of traditional rocket launches has come under increased scrutiny. Each launch contributes to the depletion of the ozone layer, which protects life on Earth from the sun's harmful radiation. Spin Launch's method offers a potential solution, as it can breach the ozone layer without damaging it. Looking ahead, Spin Launch plans to build on its early success by developing a coastal orbital launch site. This next step is crucial for advancing their technology and making it a viable alternative to conventional rocket launchers. It is proven that it's a system that is repeatably reliable, Yaney stated, underscoring the promise and potential of SpinLaunch's approach. In Singapore, space technology startup Equatorial Space Systems is among the first movers carving out space in this niche. The Singapore-based company develops modular low-cost launch vehicles tailored specifically to send lightweight payloads to low Earth orbit. Its unique selling points overlap with SpinLaunch, similarly emphasizing cost, safety, and sustainability. The total addressable market for suborbital launch from our research can be as high as about $150 million, Simon Guazd, founder and CEO of Equatorial Space Systems, said. SpinLaunch's technology could mark a significant shift in how we think about and execute satellite launches, combining environmental responsibility with innovative engineering. As the company continues to develop and test its systems, the future of satellite deployment might soon become cleaner, more efficient, and more accessible than ever before. That is bonkers. Wow. To everybody involved at SpinLaunch finding a new way to launch stuff into low Earth orbit, and to Cassidy for sending in that article. Cheers. Producer Donna in the Facebook chat saying, we used catapults for our pumpkin chunkin' events in college. Julie following it up, pumpkin chunkin' in space. Accurate. This next one was sent in by Ed. I called this one, I'm a communicating by Lazar, which is a meme from my young adulthood. So if you don't get the reference, look up I'm a fire in my Lazar. I'm going to copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to Lazar along. Earth establishes a laser communication link from nearly 500 million kilometers away. This was posted on the Daily Galaxy. It was published on October 31st of 2024 by Samir Sebti. In a groundbreaking achievement, NASA has successfully transmitted a laser signal across an unprecedented distance of 310 million miles, marking a significant milestone in deep space communication. This technological leap promises to revolutionize the way space missions interact with Earth, paving the way for faster and more efficient data exchange in future interplanetary explorations. The recent success of NASA's laser communication test represents a paradigm shift in space technology. Traditionally, space missions have relied on radio frequencies for communication. However, laser-based systems offer a data transmission capacity up to 100 times greater than conventional methods. This advancement is not just about speed, it's about expanding our capabilities in space exploration. With improved data transfer rates, future missions could send high-resolution images and video back to Earth more quickly, enable real-time communication with spacecraft and rovers, facilitate more complex scientific experiments in deep space, or support potential human missions to Mars and beyond. The implications of this breakthrough are far-reaching, potentially transforming our understanding of the cosmos. Just as the Hubble Space Telescope captured breathtaking views of distant galaxies, future space telescopes equipped with laser communication could transmit even more detailed observations, expanding our knowledge of the universe. At the heart of this achievement is NASA's Psyche spacecraft, which is equipped with a state-of-the-art laser transceiver designed for long-distance communication. The mission, originally intended to study a metal-rich asteroid, has become a testbed for this revolutionary technology. The success of the laser communication test was made possible by two ground stations, the Palomar Observatory, serving as the receiving station, and the Table Mountain facility, which emitted the signal to the spacecraft. Both stations are equipped with powerful 7-kilowatt lasers, demonstrating the precision and efficiency required for deep space laser communication. The Psyche mission has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible in space communication. In 2023, it was 31 million kilometers, and it did streaming. It streamed a video. In early this year, 2024, it was 53 million kilometers away, and it was able to send 267 megabyte per second data. In June of this year, 2024, it was 390 million kilometers away, and it could fire a 6.25 megabyte per second streaming data rate. And then in July of 2024, the 460 million kilometer shot, which is a record-breaking signal distance with a laser. Ed in the Facebook chat, I call this article, "Can you hear me now?" Good! Borrowing on those early memes once again. That's Ed, I love that. The successful laser communication test at 310 million miles, or approximately 499 million kilometers for people who didn't land on the moon yet, opens up new possibilities for space exploration. The unprecedented achievement in data transmission over vast cosmic distances could significantly enhance our ability to conduct complex scientific missions in the solar system and beyond. With this technology, future Mars missions could benefit from enhanced real-time communication with rovers and potential human explorers, faster transmission of large data sets, including high-resolution imagery and scientific measurements, and improved coordination between multiple spacecraft and ground control. To Major Tom. Moreover, this breakthrough could facilitate more ambitious missions to the outer planets and their moons. Imagine receiving detailed images of Europa's subsurface oceans, or real-time data from a probe diving into Saturn's rings. The potential for scientific discovery is immense. As we stand on the brink of this new era in space communication, the possibilities seem limitless. The success of NASA's laser communication test not only demonstrates technological prowess, but also ignites the imagination of scientists, engineers, and space enthusiasts worldwide. This achievement is more than just a technical milestone, it's a gateway to deeper understanding of our solar system and the universe beyond. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible in space exploration, we move closer to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos, and perhaps even finding answers to some of humanity's most profound questions. With each successful test and mission, we're not just reaching farther into space, we're expanding the horizons of human knowledge and capability. The future of space exploration looks brighter than ever, illuminated by the precise beams of laser communication stretching across the vast expanse of our solar system. Cassidy in the Facebook chat saying, if only Voyager 1 had this. I agree, Cassidy, wholeheartedly, what with everything going on with Voyager right now. To everybody involved at NASA with firing lasers to communicate with spacecraft, and to Ed for sending in this article, cheers. Okay, so that's going to get us out of science and technology. We're going to move on to category 2, health and medicine. This article was sent in by Mona. Thank you very much, Mona, for sending this one in. I called it, "What the hell is a Goldilocks amount of inflammation?" I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. New drug prevents flu-related inflammation and lung damage. This was posted on the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital website. It was posted on April 10th of 2024. in Memphis, Tennessee. Doesn't list the author of the article, but I guess the Memphis, Tennessee branch of the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So we'll go with that. Scientists at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, the University of Houston, Tufts University School of Medicine, and Fox Chase Cancer Center created a drug that can prevent lethal lung injury from the flu. Infection with the influenza virus leads to lung injury through inflammation over activation that causes collateral damage to cells required for breathing. Such damage can be life-threatening, but scientists have a new preventative treatment. A team from St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, the University of Houston, Tufts University School of Medicine, and Fox Chase Cancer Center created a drug that can prevent flu-induced lung injury. In a mouse model, the drug achieves a novel balance between shutting down runaway inflammation and allowing the immune system to stop the virus. The findings were published today they were published back on April 10th of 2024 in Nature. Our drug significantly increased survival and lowered symptoms of influenza virus infection, said corresponding author Paul Thomas, Ph.D., St. Jude Department of Host Microbe Interactions. It dampened dangerous inflammation and even seemed to improve the adaptive response against the virus. In a series of experiments, the drug UH15-38 protected against lethal influenza. Results showed that the drug protected mouse models from similar amounts of influenza that humans experience, even at low doses. Additionally, the team found that a high drug dose could fully protect against an infection with a substantial amount of virus, which would usually be deadly. The models were protected even if they received the dose days after infection, a difficult achievement for an influenza therapeutic. This drug can also do something we've never seen before, Thomas said. We're able to start 5 days after the initial infection and show that we're still providing some benefit. Providers must administer modern antiviral drugs within the first few days of infection to be effective. This study suggests that UH15-38 may fill a currently unmet need, as patients with severe disease have often been infected for several days by the time they go to a doctor. The breakthrough results from understanding how influenza and the immune system interact to cause lung injury. Infected lung cells create inflammation that alerts the immune system that there's a problem, but too much of it generates runaway inflammation that can cause major problems, Thomas said. We need to strike a delicate balance between maintaining enough of these processes to get rid of the virus, but not so much that you're getting this runaway inflammation. The collaborating scientists achieved a Goldilocks amount of inflammation using clever chemistry. Too much inflammation, not enough inflammation, just enough inflammation. Cassidy saying, I don't think you linked this article? Uh-oh. I linked the article. It's in the description, and I posted it. At least it posted on my end. Thank you, Producer Donna. Producer Donna is going to go and... Oh, it didn't there. Oh, that's weird. It shows it did for me. Strange. I apologize, everybody, on Facebook. Here, Producer Donna, I got it again. Tell me if that one hit. I want to do right by everybody. I'll drink some of this beer while we're at it. Kentucky, you do good. Okay, looks like it posted this time. So we are on the section sending influenza-infected cells down the right path. I will continue reading in 3, 2, 1. The collaborating scientists achieved a Goldilocks amount of inflammation using clever chemistry. Their new drug inhibited one part of a major inflammation protein in immune cells, receptor interacting protein kinase 3, or RIPK3, which we're going to call RIPK3 from now on. RIPK3 controls two cell death pathways in response to infection: apoptosis and necroptosis. Necroptosis is highly inflammatory, but apoptosis is not. Apoptosis is simple cell death. Just the cell dies. It lyses itself and it burns away. Necroptosis, it blows up and it inflames everything around it. Both pathways are used in the antiviral response. UH15-38 was designed to prevent RIPK3 from starting necroptosis while maintaining its pro-apoptotic properties. So, tamping down the explosion, but keeping the cell death to prevent the spread of the virus. Knocking out RIPK3 entirely is not great, because then the immune system can't clear the virus, Thomas said. When we knocked out just necroptosis, the animals did better because they still had apoptosis and could still get rid of the infected cells, but it wasn't as inflammatory. We also showed that the improved survival was the direct result of the reduction in local inflammation and improved lung cell survival, Thomas said. In a series of prior studies, the Thomas lab found that a specific set of cells in the lungs are collateral damage in the runaway inflammatory response. These cells, type 1 alveolar epithelial cells, handle gas exchange, letting oxygen in and carbon dioxide out. Loss of these cells leads to an inability to breathe. The current study demonstrated that this group of literal breathtaking cells was spared in the presence of the drug. Additionally, inflammation-related immune cells, such as the neutrophils, were far less prevalent in the lungs of treated animals. So the neutrophils weren't needed as much, which is good because neutrophils destroy a lot of stuff. Often the worst part of influenza illness happens after the virus is controlled when runaway inflammation destroys lung cells, Thomas said. UH15-38 can dampen that influenza-caused inflammation while leaving viral clearance and the other functions of the immune and tissue responses intact. That makes it a promising candidate to move forward toward the clinic. Well, that is awesome. To everybody at the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, the University of Houston, and the Tufts University School of Medicine and the Fox Chase Cancer Center for working on an anti-inflammatory to help with clearing up influenza, and to Mona for sending in that article. Cheers. That's going to get us out of health and medicine. We're going to move on to category 3, flora and fauna, aka plants and animals. I called this article, "This is the most David versus Goliath shit I've ever seen." And I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. Please confirm that that has shown up in both chats. I don't want to screw that up again. One of them's moving around, and I can't tell if it's... Well, I know Elmira's out. I can see Elmira is out climbing around. I put some fresh... like avocado leaves and some vine leaves, and she's kind of exploring them like, ooh, what is this leaf litter? The other bug, the new bug, is really loud when he moves around. So, and he is out. I can see him. Oh, he is scary. All right, it has posted. Cool. All right, here we go. I'm on mute? Uh-oh. What's going on YouTube? Mona just said I'm on mute. Can we confirm my sound is working on YouTube? Or was it not picking it up when I turned my head? I don't think I'm muted on on YouTube. This is gonna be a really weird This is gonna be a really weird video if I'm muted on YouTube. Producer Donna's checking both. She's got sound. Want to make sure that Mona's got sound. Donna's saying I'm fine on both. Mona might need to check your audio settings on YouTube. It's odd. All right. While you check that, I am going to get into the article. Bees versus... Yes, this is also, as producer Donna pointed out, this is an All the Buzz article too. I just was blown away by this article, so I didn't do all the buzz. I did something different, but here we go. Bees versus elephants. Kenya's sweet solution to wildlife conflict. This was posted to SciTech Daily on October 29th of 2024. Mona saying she switched to Facebook. It works. That's weird. Okay. A groundbreaking 9-year study found that elephants approaching small-scale farms in Kenya avoid beehive fences with live honeybees up to 86% of the time during peak crop seasons. This natural deterrent has helped reduce human-elephant conflict for local farmers while also boosting their income. Key findings include: beehive fences are a proven success in reducing human-elephant conflict in Africa. Savanna elephants avoid beehive fences housing live honeybees up to 86% of the time during peak crop seasons. Across all seasons in the entire study period, the fences deterred an annual average of 76% of 3,999 elephants that approached the study farms in Kenya. The study offers promising insights into nature-based solutions to protect both livelihoods and the wildlife. And increased habitat disturbance or more frequent droughts, how it could reduce the effectiveness of beehive fences as a natural elephant deterrent in the future. Published on October 29th in the journal Conservation Science and Practice, a new study provided promising evidence that nature-based solutions, such as beehive fences, can protect both farmers' livelihoods and local wildlife. Conducted by the research charity Save the Elephants, or STE, in partnership with the Wildlife Research and Training Institute, the WRTI, the Kenya Wildlife Service, or the KWS, and the University of Oxford, the study highlights the potential of bees as natural deterrents. However, researchers warn that continued habitat loss and recurring droughts may compromise the long-term effectiveness of these beehive barriers. Kenya's rapid human population growth, up to 59.4% between 2000 and 2020, has led to shrinking elephant habitats as settlements and infrastructure expand. With an urgent need for sustainable coexistence between people and elephants, Kenya Wildlife Service, the KWS, is challenged to balance conservation with economic development. Save the Elephants' coexistence program focuses on keeping elephants safely away from subsistence farms to support this delicate balance. Beehive fences, introduced in 2007 by STE and KWS in partnership with the University of Oxford, offer an innovative approach. These fences consist of a series of live beehives strung together between posts, creating a physical, auditory, and olfactory deterrent to elephants. The elephant's natural fear of being stung keeps them away, while the fences also benefit farmers by providing blah, 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 pollination services and generating income through honey and wax production. The study monitored 26 farms protected by beehive fences in 2 villages near Tsavo East National Park and analyzed nearly 4,000 incidences of elephant approaches. Elephants roam pretty freely in and out of the park throughout the year as they look for mates, food, and water, but can be attracted to the smell and nutritional richness of agricultural crops. During 6 peak crop growing seasons, November to January of 2014 to 2020, 3,027 elephants approached the farms and the beehive fences, successfully deterred an annual average of 86.3% of the elephants from raiding the crops. Across all seasons in the entire study period, including a drought, the fences deterred an annual average of 76% of the elephants. However, challenges such as the drought, which reduced hive occupation by 75% during 2017, negatively impacted honey production and profits both during the drought and for 3 years after. Despite this climatic shock, the 365 beehives used in the study produced 1 ton of honey, sold for $2,250. Dr. Lucy King from Save the Elephants in the University of Oxford's Department of Biology, who led the study, highlighted the effectiveness of beehive fences but warned of future risks. Beehive fences are very effective at reducing up to 86.3% of elephant raids when the crops in the farms are at their most attractive, she said. But our results also warn that increased habitat disturbance or more frequent droughts could reduce the effectiveness of this nature-based coexistence method. Dr. Patrick Amondi, Director Wildlife Research and Training Institute, emphasized the importance of continued research and funding for sustainable solutions. Kenya is facing increasing challenges with human-elephant conflict, and solutions like beehive fences empower communities to manage their own farm protection, he said. We need more research and support for nature-based solutions to help our communities live better alongside wildlife. Previous research by Save the Elephants, KWS, and the University of Oxford in partnership with bioacoustician scientists from Disney's Animal Kingdom has shown that elephants respond strongly to bees, running away from disturbed bee sounds and exhibiting behaviors such as head shaking, dusting, and rumbling to warn others. While elephants' thick skin usually protects them, disturbed honeybees target sensitive areas like the eyes, the mouth, and the trunk, where their stings cause discomfort. This natural fear of bees has been harnessed as a practical tool to keep elephants away from farms, which is helping to promote coexistence between humans and wildlife. To date, over 14,000 beehives have been hung as elephant deterrents in 97 sites across Africa and Asia. That is crazy. To everybody involved from each of these organizations, and running through them again, Save the Elephants in partnership with the Wildlife Research and Training Institute, the Kenya Wildlife Service, and the University of Oxford in using the David and Goliath of bees versus elephants to create sustainable living barriers and to protect elephants from any reprisals from humans. Cheers. Cassidy in Facebook chat. That's super cool. I agree. All right, with that, we're going to get out of flora and fauna. We're going to move on to the final articles of the night, the wholesome notes, category 4. I called this one a first time for everything. Now, usually we don't do political news at all here on Nick's News. Try to stay out of it. This one has its importance because right now the United States of America is holding its elections for several key Senate and House seats as well as the presidency. So this article kind of struck on that, but it is bipartisan, at least, or it's just it's not motivated by either side. So that's why we went with it. Again, we called it a first time for everything. I will copy and paste this into the chat if y'all want to read along. Also, Ed in the chat, bees are drinking power thirst, I tell you. Power thirst. It's like shaving your chest with a lawnmower. And I'm hoping that has posted to both. I will get confirmation, and then I will get into the article. Who's moving around? It's not Ripley, and it's not Madeline. It's got to be the new bug. All right, confirmation. An 81-year-old woman was told by her late husband that women shouldn't vote. This week, she voted in her first election. This was posted to goodgoodgood.co on October 18th of 2024. On October 20th, Georgia resident Betty Cartledge turns 82. But cause for celebration came earlier in the week, on October 16th, when the 81-year-old voted in her first presidential election. "I'm 81 today, but Sunday I'll be 82, Cartledge told WSB TV2 anchor Audrey Washington. "I'm going to vote for the first time in my life." Cartledge was accompanied by her niece Wanda Moore, and was seen walking arm in arm with her as they entered a polling station in Covington, Georgia. It was the first time Cartledge had ever seen the inside of a voting booth. Cartledge told the local news crew that she had never voted before because her late husband didn't think she should. In 2023, her husband of many years passed away. Now, a year later, she realized that it wasn't too late to exercise her right to vote. "I was so young and everything when we got married," Cartledge said. "I didn't ever think about it, and then when I got old, I still didn't think about it. Didn't think it would count." By the time Cartledge was born in October of 1942, women had been eligible to vote for just over 2 decades, thanks to the 19th Amendment, which became part of the U.S. Constitution on sorry, my throat's... Ooh, that got me. All right. Still coughing a little bit, but let's keep going. So that was due to the... The 19th Amendment, which became part of the U.S. Constitution on August 18th of 1920. But voting was still not equal. Voting discrimination laws kept Black Americans, Native Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanics, and overwhelmingly women of color from exercising their right to vote until the Voting Rights Act passed in 1965. The 20th century was filled with other stops and starts in women's suffrage. Puerto Rican women did not gain suffrage until 1935, and although Guam was acquired as a U.S. territory at the same time as Puerto Rico, the 19th Amendment did not extend to Guamanians until 1968. Some women, like Cartledge, had the right to vote their entire lives, but pressure from the heads of the household, like fathers and husbands, had suppressed a subset of women from exercising their rights. Even some women who work in the political sphere themselves believe that women shouldn't have the right to vote. But those limiting beliefs haven't held women voters back from being a tour de force in modern elections. According to the Center for American Women in Politics, women have registered and voted at higher rates than men in every presidential election since 1980. In fact, in recent years, women have averaged 10 million more votes than men. Before Cartledge departed from the polling station, she didn't divulge who she voted for, and good on her for not doing so. But she told her local news station that she enjoyed the experience. "It was neat, it was good," Cartledge said, hoping that her first time wouldn't be her last. "If I'm here, I'll be back again." Catching up in the chat. Mona, that's so heartwarming. I'm so glad she got to vote. I am too. That is a right that, as Americans, we have, is to vote in our elections. Producer Donna, every vote counts. Don't ever let someone tell you it doesn't. By all means, exercise your rights and vote. And to Betty Cartledge, who turned 82 before this broadcast and voted for the first time, cheers, and thank you for your contribution. All right, last article of the night. I hope y'all enjoy this one. I called it A Great Way to Play. And I will copy and paste this into the chat for y'all to read along. I will wait for confirmation that it has posted to both chats. I'll look back at the bugs. Ooh, there's Elmira. She's just walking. Oh, there's the other bug. Oh boy, he looks mad. Oh, he looks Oh, he is furious. All right, I posted. Here we go. Not yet on Facebook. That's weird. Here, I will paste it again on Facebook. Oh, Cassidy sees it on Facebook. Okay, well, it's double posted on Facebook. How a single dad from Timmins, Ontario built an alternate Minecraft server for the autistic community. This was posted to CBC News on October 20th of 2024 by Jonathan. How do you pronounce that last name? Producer Donna, how do you pronounce that last name? Can you write out the phonetics for me? I don't want to botch this. I honestly do not know how to pronounce that. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, huh? Or if anybody else can pronounce the phonetics for that one. Mignault? It's got to be French, so it's going to be like menu. That sounds like manure. That can't be right. Man, my laptop is just spinning up something fierce. I am hopefully looking forward to a tech update this year, so keep an eye out. We might be getting some new tech in. Nothing from producer Donna. We're going to go ahead with the article. Maybe if we get something, we'll go with it. I'm going to say for now it's Jonathan Mignault, but let's keep going. For over a decade, autistic children who love the video game Minecraft have had a safe version to play, and it's all thanks to a single father from Timmins, Ontario. When Stuart Duncan's autistic son Cameron got into the wildly popular game in which players can create their own worlds and build just about anything, he noticed online interactions weren't always positive. Being in the autism community, I saw parents reaching out to other parents, asking if their kids could play together because, unfortunately, their kids were being bullied on all the public servers and they tried to play on, and felt like they had nowhere to go, Duncan said. Producer Donna saying it's Mignault, so it's going to be Jonathan Mignault. So in 2013, 2 years after the game first launched, Duncan created his own Minecraft server called Autcraft. Players needed approval from moderators like himself to join the server in the first place. The biggest difference, obviously, is just that we treat the players with respect, he said. We talk to them. We try to help them work out issues. They're never punished for things they do. When he launched the server, Duncan said he expected a dozen kids to join. The day I posted on Facebook and opened the doors, I had like 750 people try to join in the first 2 days, he said. More than a decade later, he said more than 17,600 people have played Minecraft on the Autcraft server at one point or another. But most important for Duncan, he said it helped him connect with his son. I don't know if you've ever heard the expression, it's really big in the autism community. Your child is not ignoring you, they're waiting for you to join them in their world, he said. I could think of no more literal interpretation than Minecraft, like you're literally building your own world. The Autcraft server has now cemented itself in the history and lore of Minecraft. A new book called The World of Minecraft, which was published by the game's development studio Mojang, recounts the game's history and mentions Duncan's Autcraft server. And a special Time magazine edition all about Minecraft also referenced the Autcraft server. Duncan also gave a TED Talk in 2017 about how he uses Minecraft to help kids with autism. Now he's helping others take on similar projects. Duncan said he's had a recent talks with a father from Ukraine who wants to create a Minecraft server for people from his country who have been displaced because of the war with Russia. He said he hopes his success with the server shows others that they can do the same thing. To Stuart Duncan, his son Cameron, and to everybody who supports the Autcraft Minecraft server and the autistic community, cheers. Reading that article, it could have almost been like a Not All Heroes Wear Capes article, because that is awesome. Mona saying, wow, that's amazing. It really is. That's really something. The scary bug has crawled off somewhere else. So that's about it. 6 great articles, really great send-ins by everybody. Thank you all so much. Again, we're back on our regular schedule. I know I was coughing a little bit, but we're back on the regular schedule. See, I'm gone a week and I'm already flubbing all my words. Thank you all again for tuning in or catching the replay on the Nick's News Facebook page or the YouTube page. Again, we're live every Sunday, and our next broadcast will be on November 10th of 2024. I encourage participation, so if you feel inclined, you can message us or post suggestions for news brews, for shout-outs, for news quotes, and even good news articles that we can present on future episodes. If possible, I appreciate a variety of articles sent in across our categories, and those categories, again, are science and technology, health and medicine, flora and fauna, aka plants and animals, and the wholesome notes, the ones that we really like to end on. You can message us on Facebook or our Instagram, or email us at somebudgetstudios@gmail.com. All of those links of which are usually in the descriptions of our videos. Feel free to like, subscribe, or comment on our Facebook and YouTube videos, or to get the good news and joy out into the algorithm. I don't tell anybody to do anything. I do appreciate every like, every subscribe, every comment, because we're trying to get this good news that usually gets thrown under the rug into the algorithm. We're closing in on 200 followers on the Facebook page, and I'm always pushing the YouTube page too, just as another resource to get those good news articles out. So again, any likes, subscribes, and comments, thank you all so very much for those. As always, thank you again. I love you all. Have a great night, and I am going to play us out.